Welcome in, Gemini. This is your monthly tarot card reading for January 2019. This is for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Dominance. And Gemini, I am so excited. So as per usual, I went ahead, picked your universal energy reading cards off camera. We'll get to the tarot in a bit. And I do apologize before we start about the stark lighting. I'm still trying to figure out how to get my lighting, because I usually use natural lighting, but now that it is getting darker and colder, I've been using a lamp, so it might look a little bad to put it simply. But anyways, Gemini, I am so excited for your reading because immediately when I pick these two cards, so many things running to my mind. So I'm just going to go ahead and we're gonna pull it and we're gonna talk about it. So the first card we have for you is the Bat. This is the universal energy supporting you in the month of January 2019. So Bat energy is one of darkness, okay? It is about letting go, and it is about death leading to rebirth. So it's very much like the Phoenix energy. Now, in balance, this energy is going to be accepting, adapting, and adjusting, but out of balance, you may find yourself unable to let go, or reminiscing, or too stuck in the past, or too stuck on, in your negative feelings and thinking about the things that have happened to you. Now, to bring yourself into balance, you can simply focus on the light, focus on your healing, directing your energy towards, okay, well, that happened, but what can I do now to move on from it? What can I do now to put myself on track? It's focusing on the light, turning your attention to the light, turning your attention to where you want to be instead of where you came from. Now, the reason why I say this is really interesting and fun, and why I already have so many thoughts for you, Gemini, is your card, your gift from the universe. This month, the universe is going to bringing you a chance to play. So this card says play, and the universe is going to be gifting you with fun, celebration, and a lack of seriousness, which is the universe's, once again, gift to you. Now, immediately, the reason why I said this is, why I have so much thoughts for you, Gemini, is because here we already have a duality, and your sign is the sign of duality. It is the sign of the twins. It is the sign of two, of the yin and yang. And so we have the dark and we have the light. We have darkness, rebirth, death, and we have playtime and celebration. So immediately, Gemini, we have a duality, and this is kind of what we can only guess is going to continue on in your theme for January. We're going to be seeing these themes of darkness, but at the same time, you are going to be the light that kind of carries yourself through it all. So there is going to be the darkness, but there's also going to be a light, and there is going to be light, but there is also going to be darkness. So once again, it's duality is a theme for you. So, when you are faced with problems or trials or tribulations, looking for the light or looking for the lesson, okay? And then when you are, having fun and partying and whatnot and enjoying life, always remember too that you all had to come from somewhere. This all came from somewhere. Remembering where the place that you come from and being humbled by that in a sense, okay? We live in a world of duality. Now, we're going to pick some tarot, and we're going to go ahead and see your personal placement this month in January 2019. We're going to see what's going on with you personally. We have the Five of Air. The Five of Air reads an unwise choice. Learn what you can from the situation and review everyone's motives. So there's the duality. Once again, I feel like for some of you, I've got the thought that, there might be a blindness, there might be falling for glitter. But again, with the duality, remembering that not all that glitters is gold. Making unwise choices, it may seem really fun and light and beautiful in the beginning, but remembering about duality and ask yourself if you're willing to accept the darkness. And quite humorous, actually, something I was thinking about this morning when I was just simply pondering life was that this speaks to some of you. So my thought was, Gemini, you should not accept a person who denies their own darkness, who denies the not evil but negative within them. You should not be with someone who is unwilling to accept the dark and taboo, because you are, once again, Gemini, the sign of duality. You realize that there are those things within each of us, and if someone cannot accept either the dark or light within them, then it might be a sign that those things are suppressed and that those things may project later on. So I don't know why that is coming through now, but I did feel like that will speak to some of you. So you should be with someone who is at home with both their light and their dark as you are. Someone who is at home with that duality and who acknowledges it and doesn't suppress it. Because when it's suppressed, it will end up projecting either through themselves and their actions, or it will be projecting through the things they manifest into their life. And you don't want to be a part of that chaos, because there really isn't a balance there. Now we're going to pick one more card for your personal spot, Gemini. And we have the Six of Earth. Okay, so Gemini, for you personally, there are gifts of money, time, and effort. You may be having new career opportunities, or you may be receiving a loan or paying off a debt, so expect some sort of abundance financially from the universe. Maybe an extra 50 in your paycheck, maybe checks in the mail, maybe finding money on the street. There's some sort of financial or physical abundance coming into your life. Now, we're going to pull some tarot for your environment. We have the Five of Fire. And we have Renewal. Okay, so right away, Gemini, your energy is reading off as kind of hectic, kind of scatterbrained. There's a lot, the focus kind of zigzags and then it comes back, and then it zigzags and it comes back. So that is just a note, something that I am getting right now. But for your environment, we have the Five of Fire and we have Renewal. So with the Five of Fire, this indicates that there may be competing goals, conflict with others, and bothersome details. You might be finding yourself butting heads with other people, so that is something to look out for. So you are a very social sign, Gemini, and I think it's pertaining to that sort of spiel I had in the beginning, kind of watching out this month who you share your energy with, because not everyone is going to be at home with your duality. Not everyone's going to be as eager and as easily adaptable as you are. Not everyone's going to be growing at the pace you are. Not everyone is going to want to grow or want to look at the light or want to look at the dark, and vice versa. So you may be dealing with some people problems this month. We also have the card of Renewal. So once again, this message of death and rebirth is coming back in as the bat did. So it's going to be initiated from your environment. You are not going to initiate this renewal. It is definitely going to come to you. So it may come in, people projecting things that speaks to your subconscious. It may come in situations that are going to force you to grow. It may come in people triggering things inside of you that is forcing untapped emotions to come out to the surface so that you can deal with them and heal with them. And I feel like these two are very closely linked, so it might be having to do with people. It will be brought to you by another person. So if you feel like someone is annoying you, or really getting on your nerves, or really you feel like someone's just trying to really get you and trying to make you have a bad day, kind of reflect on it and ask yourself what you can learn from it, how can you grow from it, what is this projecting about you, what are you learning from it, what is this saying about you? Because if you think of life as a mirror, you need to ask yourself, what is this projecting, what is this saying about me, and how can I shift the responsibility to myself and grow from it, okay? Now, I'm going to pick a card for the overall outcome and the overall message. We had one card fall out. Okay, so one message we have for you overall is the Four of Air. This card reads, take the time to rest or take a vacation. Allow more time before making a decision, and meditation may provide answers. So once again, this card is asking of you to kind of take a break, to kind of sit back and focus on yourself, drawing the energy and attention once more inwards and reflecting and asking yourself how you can grow, how you can heal, looking within instead of looking without, okay? And we also have a repeating message. Vacations are often fun, and we have a message of play, so making sure that you keep up that fun, making sure that you keep up that relaxation in your life, remembering to keep the light when there is dark, and acknowledge that, you know, not all that glitters is gold, and vice versa. So we also have the Queen of Earth here as an overall message, and the Queen of Earth says to make time for those around you, but to take sensible approaches. She says to deal with challenges in a kind and understanding manner. Okay, so really speaking once again to this environment thing we have going on here. Again, you know, people might be frustrating you this month, and so once again, trying to connect with their inner child, trying to connect with their soul, trying to see beyond the words, see what they are working through in their soul, and see what it may be triggering within you, and seeing how you can grow from it, trying to be understanding and kind, not only with them, but with yourself, okay? So, Gemini, this was your reading for January 2019. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave me a like, a comment, maybe even subscribe. But if not, completely okay. Thank you so much for watching. Wish you the best of luck in love and light, and I will see you next time. Bye!